Coach, you're a veteran at this. You've been around a bunch of spring practice starts. I guess tell me how this one's any different than the rest.
Well, I think they're a lot of the same. I think anytime you come out early, the guys had a lot of energy. They moved around. They're fresh. They'll probably never be this fast again. And the soreness will start to sink in here later on today. And when they go into study hall and go to school on Monday, we'll get a chance to see them on Tuesday and see if we can work some of that soreness out of them again.
What was your thought process behind talking to the guys, sitting them down there at midfield and trying to kind of, maybe I guess, get underneath their skin a little bit?
My thought process was it wasn't right, it was wrong, and it needs to be right. So we're trying to build from the base up, and I know they want to put out a great effort, and it just wasn't quite good enough.
How was Dungy? How's he look to you? How's he feeling to you? You've seen him out there in the first one practice.
He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's moving around. The ball moved when he was underneath the center, and we had some trouble when some other people were underneath the center, and it was good to see him out there.
He was out here a minute ago saying he views his competition as some of the better quarterbacks in the ACC and nationally rather than maybe anyone else internally. Do you see a clear divide between him and the other quarterbacks on the roster right now?
I think the big thing with any quarterback is if you're a starting quarterback that's played 2 years in the ACC, you need to be not limiting yourself to the competition on your football team. I think it's healthy that he looks at himself as a national person, and I'm glad that he's compared himself to the other top people in the country.
One more on that position specifically. I went back and did some unofficial research, and I think you've only been around a two-quarterback system once in your career, about 20 years ago. Do you see the same makeup on this roster that you did on that Arizona team that you would consider playing both next fall?
The big thing about that Arizona team is both the quarterbacks had a lot of experience. So when you rotated them, the ball didn't stop moving. I think that offense ended up third in the country when it was all said and done. So we would never consider doing something like that unless we knew the production would stay that high and it was a benefit. It wasn't detrimental to the team.
What went into Antoine Cordy becoming a wide receiver and getting reps in that group?
He's explosive. He's quick. The last 2 years on defense, he hasn't been able to finish the season. And from a special teams and an offense or a defensive standpoint, we need to get him to finish the season just like we need Dungy to finish the season. So we're trying to maybe move a position and see if we can keep him healthy so we can have him in October and November, which we haven't been able to do for the last 2 years.
You can play both ways. Some other guys have done that on other teams in the past.
I wouldn't be against it.
How do you feel like he's added to the receiver group? Obviously, Steve and Irving, those guys are gone, but now having Antoine and Jamal, how do you feel like the receiver group is sort of looking at it?
Antoine's been too early. Antoine doesn't know what he's doing yet. He's still a little banged up from his injury. The other guys know what they're doing. We got to give him more time before we're going to see what he's going to be capable of doing for us. I think he's good. I think he's got the athletic ability, but he's got a lot of stuff to learn before he can start to produce for us.
You're rolling with some younger guys at the free safety position right now. Are you mining the JUCO and the grad transfer positions at that free safety spot to maybe add a guy there?
We never look at it like that. It's almost like the NFL best draft person available. So we don't know who may come and want to get a degree from Syracuse. When that happens, we'll weigh the pros and the cons, and if we decide to go on somebody, we will.
Coach, how are the guys looking physically this year? Is it maybe the year to retire the Ford Pinto analogy? Yeah.
You know what? I think the elephants and the hippos have grown up a little bit. You look at these guys, they walk around, they don't look like young boys anymore. They look like young men, and I'm excited to see what the guys in the trenches are going to be able to do this year.
Does your excitement level ever diminish on opening day in the spring, or does it kind of remain the same, especially for a group that's led by a senior quarterback?
I felt a little sickly this week. I wasn't moving as well, didn't get all my weight workouts in, felt a little sore, but for some reason today, around 3:30 in the morning, a.m., I got fired up and got out here and started moving around. It was good to be back on the football field. I think everybody's got that attitude right now.
2 more questions.
I guess big picture, how do you feel about the progress you and your staff have made going into year 3?
I think it's a different staff. We had one of our coaches leave, become a head coach at Kent State, take some of our coaches away. There's been a little divide. We've got some recoaching to do. But I think the energy is there, and I think when this is all said and done, we may be even stronger than we were before.
Final question.
Without Paris and Zaire this year, I guess tell me where that leadership's going to come from on the defensive side of the ball.
IDK. but we're going to practice 14 more days in the spring. We're going to have a long summer with them being by themselves. Then we'll go through a two-a-days, and somebody will rise to the top. You guys have a great day. Thank you.